In late January, an Alaska flight from sunny Phoenix touched down at SeaTac. For flight attendant Shannon Bean, it was a routine work trip. But a week later, Alaska sent her this email. The trip wasn't routine. It said you were potentially exposed to someone with COVID-19 on the flight. Contact tracing showed the exact source, the passenger in 15B, Shannon's work area.
I literally could not do it. I couldn't get out of bed.
About a week later, Shannon got walloped with severe symptoms and a COVID test that came back positive.
Fever the entire time with excruciating pain in my chest, like being stabbed with knives in the back.
This once active working mother of two thought she wouldn't pull out of it.
I didn't think I was going to make it.
You actually thought you were going to die?
Yeah, I didn't, because I wasn't getting better.
Shannon was missing work and bills were coming in, so she filed this worker compensation claim with the state, alerting Labor and Industries she was exposed to COVID on the job. She'd been notified by the company.
Shannon gets the email, then COVID. It sounds straightforward, right? That's not how Alaska saw things. Like a lot of big companies, Alaska is self-insured. They have a contractor manage the claims and make a recommendation to L&I, which has the final say.
In this case, Alaska recommended the claim should be rejected. There was no proof she got COVID at work.
Is there any doubt in your mind that you got COVID anywhere except on that flight?
Nope. No. My kids didn't have it. My family didn't have it.
Labor and Industries had Shannon's back. The state disagreed with Alaska and allowed the claim, saying her job creates a greater risk of exposure. It's tough to socially distance on an airplane. Alaska would have to keep paying their employee and pick up all the medical expenses.
Alaska didn't drop it there. They filed a protest with the state and lost that. Now they filed an appeal and are headed to court.
I think Alaska is loved in the Pacific Northwest, and I think it's going to be really disappointing when they hear how they treat their people.
Alaska sent us a statement saying safety for their employees and customers is priority number one. And because the case at hand is a legal one, it's hard for them to comment. While the legal fight drags on for Shannon Bean, so do the effects of COVID-19.
I was in bed for 4.5 weeks.
Shannon has what's known as long-haul COVID. She's been sick, exhausted for nearly a year.
I think the hardest part is not knowing when I'm going to get better.
Unlike most COVID patients who may be sick for a week or so, symptoms for long haulers go on, and no one knows why. For Shannon, unpaid medical bills are stacking up with no end in sight.
How am I going to take care of my kids? How am I going to pay the bills? My financial future is in doubt. My physical future is in doubt.
We don't know, by the way, with people if they're going to get slowly better over time, stay that way, or get worse.
Dr. Upi Singh is Stanford University's top infectious disease doctor. Her team opened a long-haul COVID clinic with many patients worried about their future.
There are definitely some individuals who seem to get better over time, but that time is long, up to a year or so after, but not everybody does. So I think that's where it's the uncertainty is really difficult.
It's super overwhelming.
With Alaska's appeal pending, the company is forced to pay Shannon a portion of her wages, and they send each paycheck with a warning. If your claim is ultimately rejected, we can demand that you reimburse us, pay everything back, whether you're a COVID long hauler or not.
I go to work and take care of Alaska's customers every day. I work holidays, weekends. I'm away from my family for days at a time. I just wish they put the same care and compassion into their employees that I do their customers.
Doesn't know. Shannon Bean says she doesn't know when she's going to feel good enough to go back to work. She does know, like I said in the story there, she's headed to court. A commissioner will hold a sort of a trial and make the final decision. Joyce and Greg?
Okay. Susanna, thank you.